Hey, shalom, shalom. Hey, first and foremost, before I get started with my lesson, I would like to give all honor and glory and power to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Hadash. I want to say double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who rule well and teach well. Hey, peace and love to the hopeful elect. Okay, to the men out here that pushing the truth across the four corners of the earth in truth and sincerity. Hey, peace and love and salutations to that one third remnant who wholeheartedly believe on the message of Yahweh by Shema Shai via through the prophets. I'm the Akiyah Matazah coming to you in the spirit and power of Yahweh by Shema Shai. Hey, Lord, will you sincere ones who will receive this message will be edified. All right. Yeah, going to this we're gonna go into this book of Psalms, chapter 40, and it's like book of Psalms, chapter 40, and verse 1. And as you can see, the subheading, it says, the Most High sustain his servants. Okay? And without further ado, like I say, Lord will, whoever see this message will be edified. Okay, let's go. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 40, verse 1. And it says, I've waited patiently for the Lord Yahweh, and he inclined unto me and heard my cry. NLT, I waited patiently for the Lord to help me, and he turned to me and heard my cry. Verse 2, okay, it says, he brought me back, KJV, it said, he brought me up also out of an horrible pit, out of the miry clay, and set my feet upon a rock, and established my goings. Okay, now, what is that? It says, and set my feet upon that rock. Who is that rock? Okay, that's our Lord Yahweh, Yahweh Shah Mashiach. Okay, and that's who we gotta lean up on. Okay, just like the scriptures say. Okay, all right, because ultimately, as these days getting going by, they're getting worse. They're not going to being better, but it's gonna be better for who? The elect, and those that believe. You know what I'm saying? So those those that's part of the elect and those that believe, okay, hey, that's who our feet need to be set up on Yahweh Bashim Hawashai, man, which is that rock. Okay. And like as these days going by, like I just said, we're gonna have to lean on it, on that rock. Okay. And nothing else gonna matter. Like nothing else gonna be able to guide you. Nothing else gonna be able to you know, protect you. Okay. Keep you, what I'm saying, rooted. Okay. And I got a precept going into this is Matthew 7. This is Matthew 7 and 20. What's that? Matthew 7 right here. Matthew 7 and 24. Okay. It says the two foundations. In the NLT, it say building on a solid foundation. Okay. We just read in Psalms 40, a King David was saying, hey, he brought me, in verse 2, he said, he brought me up also out of a horrible pit, out of the miry clay, and set my feet upon the rock and established my goings. Okay. And, in these times right now, that's why the Lord had to send, Yahweh Shai. Okay. Hamashiach just, okay, because, man, we was heading to, you know, and constantly going to the destruction. Okay. And now since our Lord and came, okay, so like look, now we have someone to be just like, okay, but that's why we gotta put out the old man, the old woman, and come back into our first love, okay, because hey, we got drunk with Babylon ways, you know, and that's why. you know, getting into these scriptures, man. Okay, because that's how you cleanse your way. Okay, seeking, more, seeking 10 times more. Okay, and because like I say, ultimately it's Yahweh by Shema Shai will, like I said in Proverbs 20:24, man's going is of the Lord. So whatever you're doing, hey, just know it's of the Lord. It's got you going that way. Okay, but reading on, all right, it's like Matthew 7:21. I mean 24. It says, building on a solid foundation. It said, therefore, whosoever hear these sayings of mine and doeth them, I will liken him unto a wise man which built his house upon a rock. See, that's just like you say in Matthew 13:12. Okay. It said, I'm going to read the NLT. It said, to those who listen to my teaching, more understanding will be given. See that? It said, to those who listen to my teachings, okay, more understanding will be given. And it said, and they will have an abundance of knowledge. Okay. Abundance is poured over. It's like when you pour something in a cup and it's overflowed. Like that's abundance. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay. And it said, but for those who are not even, but for those who are not listening, even with little understanding they have will be taken away from them. So it's important. It's showing you right there the importance of being a hearer and a doer, like I say in the book of James. Okay. Yeah, every brother life gonna be different. Every brother is not gonna speak a certain way. Every brother is not gonna come out soft. Every brother is not gonna come out hard. Every brother not every brother haven't been in the streets, like sort of say. Every brother, some brothers went to college. We all come from different walks of life, basically what I'm saying. So it's like, hey, long as the truth coming out, it don't matter. Like, yeah, like, hey, the Lord was with that person, whether they was in the streets, whether they played ball, whether they was a motherfucking doctor, whether they was goddamn a chiropractor or whatever, you know. Hey, long as the message getting out of the truth, okay, and they leaning up on their solid foundation, okay, which is Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, okay, then that's it, okay. So rolling back to Matthew 7:24, I'm reading NLT again. It saying, anyone who listens to my teaching and follows it is a wise. So like anyone who listens to my teaching and follows it is wise, like a person who builds a house on a solid rock. Just like you got that story with the three little pigs, sort of say, like Big Bro gonna be going into at camp. You know, uh, you got one that built their house up on sand. The wolf came through there, blew that motherfucker down. Then you got one that built their house on straw. When the wolf came through there, look, fell down. Then you got the one that built their house on a rock. Where they get this? Where they get that story from? They got it right here from the scriptures. Okay, Slocky. Okay, so and then you had the one that built the house up on the rock. So guess what? Hey, the wolf was like, yeah, damn, like you know what I'm saying, like this motherfucker right here strong here, hey, and that's how it is. Like when we, you know, hey, be like minded, you know what I'm saying, just like our Father Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man. Okay, all right, just like Yahushua had to be like his father, Yahweh. Okay, so we had to be like Yahushua. Okay, and that's why when we listen to these teachings, okay, you like, damn, you learn something. Okay, damn, okay, you was doing this wrong. Okay, let me stop doing that. Or you be like, okay, I see why I used to be like this, or I see why I used to say things like that. Okay, it all goes back to the spirit, showing you that the rock always was there. You see what I'm saying? But like it just said, hey, like uh Matthew 13:12, hey, if you ain't listening, what understanding you have, we're gonna be taken away from you. So key point. Okay, this is Matthew 7:25, reading on. It says, and the rain descended and the floods came and the winds blew and beat upon their house, and it fell not, for it was founded upon a rock, showing you that that rock is their protection, showing you that a that rock is a force that comes with this rock. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, if you not listening to Yahweh Shema Shai, you know what I'm saying? Hey, that house gonna fall down, man. Okay, because hey, we in the times right now where we're about to approach the time like no other. Okay, so let me read this last one. Let me see. 26. It says, "And everyone that heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them not shall be likened unto a foolish man which built his house upon the sand. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat upon that house, and it fell. And great was the fall of it," just like the three little pigs and the wolf. So we got to make sure, hey, we building our house on that rock, man. Okay, trusting on Yahweh Shema Shai, no matter what, no matter who, no matter where you at, no matter where you go, no matter who you're around. Hey, it's Yahweh while Yahweh Shai, man. Okay, always, forever, because that's what it was in the beginning. Ain't nobody above, ain't nobody, you know what I'm saying? Like it says in Revelation, what's that one? Revelation 1 and 8, in its red letter, it says, "I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the ending, saith the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Shah Mashiach, which is and which was and which is to come, the Almighty." So, hey, that's what it is everywhere you go. You stand firmly, all 10 toes down, no matter who's speaking, no matter where it's coming from. Okay, because ultimately Yahweh Shema Shah, he gonna show who he's dealing with. Okay, because it's a spirit, you know, uh, it's a spirit that's inside, that's gonna let you know, like, man, hey, this of Yahweh Shema Shah, because like it says in Proverbs, what's that? What's that? Proverbs 12 and 18. It said, "There is that speaketh like the piercings of a sword, but the tongue of the wise is health." You see what I'm saying? It's healing, basically. Okay, and that's what I'm saying. Like, we have, uh, people out here that truly don't know healing. You know what I'm saying? Because they never receive healing. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna speak as like, piercings of the sword. Okay, and that's what we not doing up over here. Like, hey, whenever we speak, hey, you, man, if that person leave off and not heal and not in the awe, you see what I'm saying? Like, hey, whether they get it or not, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you not speaking according to what the scriptures say, man. Okay, so that's what we, have to, watch how we speak to our Akim and our Akwal, because, man, like, hey, Yahweh Shemashah is watching, and we're gonna have to all give an account for the things that we say and the things that we do, man. And that's scary right there in itself. Okay, because just because we don't see the physical manifestation of Yahweh Shemashah, like of his body right here in front of us, like, okay, like, do that mean that you act such way towards your brother, condemn your brother, condemn your sister, you know what I'm saying, talk down upon them? No. Like, hey, you got, like it says, there is that speaketh like the piercings of a sword. Okay, why would you be like that? Because it's like it said in Proverbs 18 and 21, "Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof." So, hey, you got to make sure, like, hey, you on the right side of this thing, like, daily. I mean, like, every second, every thought, you know. And we fall, because I'm speaking to myself. I know I fall. I know I say things sometimes just like the piercing of a sword. But I also try my best to, speak healing, speak life, because that's what these words are. Okay, these words that the Lord speak to us, they are spirit and life, like it say in John 6 and I think 64, 63, something like that, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. So, hey, that just, goes to show you that we got to build our house up on that spiritual rock, man. Okay, then let me swing back to Psalms 40. I'm gonna read 2 again. It says Psalms 40 and 2. He brought me up also out of an horrible pit. Who is talking? Who is he? That's the Most High Yahweh Shema Shai. Okay, and it says, out of the miry clay and set my feet upon a rock and established my goings. We just found out that rock is Yahweh Shema Shai, man. Okay, verse 3. It says, and he had put a new song in my mouth, even praise unto our power. Many shall see it and fear, and shall trust in the Lord Yahweh. Look, it said, many shall see it and fear, and shall trust in the Lord Yahweh. Okay, because hey, like it says in Nahum 1 and 7, that's one of my. I found out that one. That's one of my little go-tos. Because look, it says the Lord Yahweh is a stronghold in the day of trouble, and he knoweth them that trust in him. The Lord know if you trust in him, or he know if you boasting. Because anybody can read scriptures. Anybody can read scriptures. Anybody can, put on a garment. You know what I'm saying? But like once you get in your car, you get away from the brother or whatever. Hey, the Lord know if you ultimately praying to him, coming to him for everything, wholeheartedly seeking him. The Lord know if you truly tapped into him. Okay, because like he said, Amos 3 and what? What's that? Amos 3 and 7. It said, well, I'm gonna start off at Amos 3 and 1. It says, hear this word that the Lord Yahweh has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities. Okay? And then it reads, showing you that the Lord said he only know us. Okay? So we the people, but it's showing you it's levels to this thing too. Because it said in verse 7, it said, surely the Lord Yahweh power will do nothing, but he revealeth his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. You see what I'm saying? Like, and a secret is something that's, it's not, to be told to per se. Okay, but at the same time, like, you tell certain Akim, or whatever, but at the same time, it's like, the Lord is revealing things. In order for us to be in this time of day right now, you don't think the Lord got certain Akim and certain Aqua, they have, things that they see too. But it's mainly, this thing is of the men. But you don't think we in a time to where this devil finna unleash all of this wrath. Basically the Lord's wrath. He's finna complete the Lord's wrath. You don't think that the Lord got certain, Akim out here, that the Lord out here just pouring out and showing things when they ain't asking for it to see these certain things? So that's what I'm saying right there. Like, hey, us brother, we gotta do better on being brotherly, man. We gotta do better. Like, hey, like paying attention to detail, getting down to the nitty gritty of certain things. Okay, because hey, it's gonna show if you truly trust in the Lord. When they cut this motherfucking thing off, when you can't use no cash, you know what I'm saying? And if you've been in one of them comfortable ass, people in the world, you know what I'm saying? Just, late, coming back home, just sitting your lazy boy watching basketball, drinking alcohol, beer, whatever. You know, if you in one in that mind state right there to where like, man, hey, when you ain't stepping out your comfort zone, then how can the Lord show you these secrets? Okay, so that's why I say when I go back to Psalms 40, like it said, many shall see it and fear. and shall trust in the Lord. You see what I'm saying? Many gonna see, okay? Because it's gonna be a certain way how that Akim is walking around here. Like he's not gonna be like the norm. Because like I said, many are called, but a few are chosen, man. Okay, and I'm speaking to myself first and foremost to stay humble, despite what the Lord done showed me and told me, and had spoken to me. I have to still be humble, you know. Because look, it's the point. Psalms 40 and 4. 4. Blessed is the man that maketh the Lord Yahweh his trust, and respecteth not the proud, nor such as turn aside to lies. Okay, because hey, we ought to fear Yahweh than men. Okay, that's why we have to make sure hey we do your proper research on things. Okay, make sure that hey whatever you speaking hey it's lining up towards the scriptures. Okay, and I do my best. Okay, as we all should. Okay, because hey the Lord hey he the one that giveth, taketh, and killeth and make it alive, man. Okay, so we have to fear this power right here, man. And this power right here is truly out here with certain Akim. You know, okay? And I'm talking about to the point where like, hey, it's only getting greater. It's only getting greater. As this system collapse, hey, your nervous system should be enhancing. You should be into more healing. You should be knowing about the herbs. You should be knowing, okay, I don't need to eat this, or okay, man, I can't have it. You know what I'm saying? So you can tap into that higher dimension of conscious, man. Okay? Just like it says right here in verse 5. It says, many, O Lord Yahweh, my power, are thy wonderful works which thou hast done, and thy thoughts which are towards us. They cannot be reckoned up in or under. It said they cannot be reckoned up in order unto thee. If I would declare and speak of them, they are more numbered than can be numbered. Yeah, like man, the Lord bless us daily, all day, every second we are, man, you can't even count. I remember when I first started coming into this thing, like I couldn't freaking count. I was trying to count the blessings the Lord was giving me. They was just overflowing the cup. And they still overflowing the cup to this day. Till I can't even count. Just like look at the things that happened before time. Like in the ancient times with our forefathers, man. Okay? Let me go get this I got one precept written down right here. It's Exodus 15. Exodus 15. So what's this? Exodus 15 and look, a song of deliverance. Look, I just read what is that? And he had put a new song in my mouth. Look, I done went to Exodus 15. Look, it say a song of deliverance. That's the spirit right there, man. Exodus 15 and 11. It said, who is like unto thee, O Yahweh, among the gods, little gods? Who is like thee, glorious in holiness, fearful in praises, doing wonders? Thou stretches out thy right hand, and who is thy right hand? Yahweh Shah Mashiach. That's who was there in the time of Exodus. He was the angel up there in the ship. Okay, and the water to the apostle, the water for Yahweh Shah for the apostles, man. Because how will we know such things? That's why I say, let the men that rule well be counted a double honor. That's why we say double honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone, man. Okay, because these men are truly the men of Yahweh Shema Shai. And look, I'm just grateful to be a younger brother in the faith. Okay, and I pray that Yahweh Shema Shai have his mercy and never hide his face. Okay, because if it weren't for them, how would I know such things? Like the men before Apostle Tahar and the apostles. How will we know these things? Okay, that's how you know that Yahweh Shema Shai, he cares for us. Just like I say in Malachi 3 and 6, I, the Lord Yahweh, change not. Therefore, you sons of Jacob are not consumed. So, hey, we got it. Okay, we just got to hold on to it and let no man take that crown. Okay, and it says, thou, verse 12 again, it said, X 15:12, it said, thou stretches out thy right hand, the earth swallowed them. Thou in thy mercy has led forth the people which thou hast redeemed. Thou hast guided them in thy strength unto thy holy habitation. I'm going to read that in NLT. It says, you raise your right hand, and the earth swallowed our enemies. With your unfailing love, you lead the people you have redeemed. In your might, you guide them to your sacred home. You see that? That's the power we have right now, man. To this day, to this very second, right now. Lord said he don't change. And he riding for anybody who riding for him. And that's what we gotta be. We gotta be riding for Yahweh Ba'ashem Hawashai, man. Okay, because like look, like it says, uh Matthew and 7, what's that? What I went to? What's that? Matthew 7 and 24 again. Okay. Building on this solid foundation. That's what we had to continue to do. Okay. And yeah, like, yeah, we gonna hit bump roads at times, but that's where we get back up with who? Y'all about Shemal Shai, man. Okay. So, hey man, we gotta continue to do this work because it's in a minute we ain't gonna have this internet where you can call a brother or you can, go on the internet and see like, dang, what did this mean? Hey, whatever you know, that's what you gotta stand up on. Okay. So, like it says right here, I'm gonna read this and I'm gonna end it off. It said Matthew 7 and 24. Therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them, just like James, be you hearers of the word and doers also. Therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them, I would liken him unto a wise man which built his house upon a rock, which is Yahweh Shah Hamashiach, man. Okay, so that's the point. Hey, continue to stay in these scriptures. Continue to fight the good fight of faith. Hey, and Lord will we be delivered from this evil ass, wicked ass place, man. Okay, so with that, I would like to give all honor and glory and power to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Brakah, HaKarash. Double honors unto those apostles and elders of great millstone who rule well and teach well. Peace and love to the hopeful elect, to the men who out here pushing the truth across the four corners of the earth in truth and sincerity. All right, peace and love and salutation to that 1/3 remnant who wholeheartedly believe on the message of Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai via through the prophets. Okay, to the next time, Yahweh Ratazah, Abal, Kwam Yasharala, Shalom.